It's week 2 of the National Football League, and there's no love lost between these NFC North foes. It's the Black Knights and the Vikings under the lights on Sunday night.
Now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, week 2 of the season. Greg, as you get the season going, you want to get that first game under your belt. Now, it almost feels like all the build-up is past. Now we're looking ahead to this long marathon of a regular season.
Absolutely. And this is really where you fall into the pace of the NFL season. All off-season, no matter how hard you try to say, all right, week 1 is just 1 of 17. That's not the case.
Set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
Here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On 3rd down, they'll set him on the pressure. Too much, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Black Knights bringing out their punter. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's taken in by Achane. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. Here's Devon Achane. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Now a screen set up for Achane. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion. And then really, it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and That was a good one there.
They'll look to throw. His receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. After a pickup of about 5. 3rd down, 3 to go. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. It's always a little bit of a letdown when you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Black Knights offense ready now for their 2nd drive. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They motion the slot man left. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the 1st down. And it brings up 4th down. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. He'll try to run for it. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on 3rd down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up 1st down.
Deron Bland, good coverage, and he gets his hands on that one. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throwing now from... Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there. The sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Here's the punter now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Vikings offense are now ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a 1st down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He's going to let this one go deep. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. His first touchdown of the new campaign. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Black Knights offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad.
Oh, a loose football. The defense has got it. And that's going to be scooped up in the end zone. A bubble recovery for touchdown. And you talk about the perfect first quarter. The offense has been doing their job. Now the defense joins the scoring party. Both sides of the ball contributing to the scoreboard.
Yeah, and this is what every coach dreams about, Mike. The opportunity to play complementary football. The offense comes out, they do their part. Now the defense is getting to the scoring mix when both sides can complement one another and contribute and impact the game to this level, man. That is a recipe for success.
Teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Black Knights offense back onto the field for their next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slops. So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. 17-0, the early score. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Here's their punter now, as he is on to kick it away. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Vikings offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up second and 2.
Receiver in motion, going right. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. They'll try and run it here. It's Achan. Devon Achan. Inside the 20. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The PAT up and good. And the Vikings are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Black Knights offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical...
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If this quarterback's offensive line had as much fight as he does, I don't think they'd be in this situation to begin with. I mean, it's not even halftime here, Mike, and they've already given up 6 sacks. At this rate, I'm not sure they're confident their quarterback's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
The Vikings offense and running back Devon Achan set to go to work once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one is hauled in by Daniel Bellinger. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
First and 10 now from the 36. They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Quick throw here is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The rest of this game is all going to come down to getting stops. You find yourself down pretty big here in the first half. You have to get the ball back to your offense as many times as possible, but you can't keep giving up scoring drives, whether it's field goals or touchdowns. You need punts. You need takeaways. Give your offense a chance to start climbing back.
Now Dan Quinn will send out the field goal unit. This one from 52 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. Deron Bland. Good coverage, and he gets his hands on that one. 3rd and a yard. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. On comes the punter now, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Sending a receiver right. Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. He'll send a tight end in motion right. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Minneapolis. After this, 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. Now this offense could use the first of their timeouts.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in the 2nd quarter.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Here's 3rd and 7. He'll try and get there on the ground. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. This one complete right side. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll look to throw. He's going to air this one out. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was the Bucs who were able to get the victory at home. Drake May, a touchdown pass in the victory. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Anthony Richardson, 3 touchdown passes as his guys moved to 2-0 on the young season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Caleb Williams, over 300 yards through the air with a touchdown pass as well. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Hi, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. He'll get this out wide. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down. They send the tight end in motion. They'll run with Achane. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Off he goes. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down. A gain there of 13 yards.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
A run up the middle with Achane, and he'll get forward to about the 42. Terrific interior performer Jeffrey Simmons on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Achane. It will set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now a screen set up for Achane. And a good job here defensively. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is as good as you can possibly get. It's out of bounds, and it's marked right at the 1-yard line. Well, they'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Once again, it's Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5. The Black Knights send out their punter, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from just beyond midfield, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Black Knights are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't get it. It's incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Black Knights cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit. And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Jones now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some 1st downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he's going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
There's that man again, another catch.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. On the carry, here's A-Chain. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here comes 3rd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with A-Chan. And that is going to be good enough. He's got that first down. So conversion, and they move it to the 46-yard line.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Slot man in motion left. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Slot man in motion right. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Now he'll run it. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Think back to what they told us during the week, Mike. They said this primetime platform, this is a tremendous opportunity for us to show the entire league and put them on notice. And boy, after this performance, boy, have they ever.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now A-Chain. And he will get into the end zone. Come on, A-Chain. Touchdown, Vikings. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all off-season long, to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Black Knights offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw, taken in.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
He'll look to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Number 82, a gain of 15. And the Toronto first down.
Slot receiver, headed right. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Back to the air one more time. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Man in motion, heading left. Now, faking the give. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
First down, Toronto.
They motion the slot man left. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He runs with it. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Black Knights are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. This drive will start on the ground. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On the ground is H.A. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Here's a give to H.A. And he'll take this across the 30 to about the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 3.
Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line.